guys, what's going on? Rusty Toast here, and welcome to something new. This is Rusty Talk, I guess, is what I'm gonna call this. Name's still in progress. We'll figure something out, but Rusty Talk's what I'm thinking of right now. Things have kind of gotten interesting over the time since I've last uploaded a video. World of Warcraft Legion came out, or didn't come out, it was announced. What the fuck am I talking about? So, I know it's really late, because, I mean, I've been dealing with a lot in personal life. I'm not really going to get into, but I've just been really busy. And it's kept me from being able to put anything here. So, I just wanted to do something and get something on the channel, because I feel bad not putting anything on it. But, yeah, so we're just going to do Rusty Talk. And we're going to talk about what's been happening in the world of games I really like. So, World of Warcraft Legion was announced. How amazing does this sound? We're starting off, and I mean, I've just got the site up here on the side just to kind of give me, like, a guideline for what I want to talk about. And let's see. First of all, let's just talk about the story behind Legion. I'm going to be the first to admit, I wasn't a fan of the whole Gul'dan Cadyar plotline with Warlords. I was really hoping that they were just going to stick to the main thing. We were going to be fighting the Iron Horde. But in a trend that Blizzard's kind of been following recently with Mists of Pandaria, they've gotten away from what the expansion's originally about and gone to this whole different plotline. In Mists of Pandaria, we saw it we came to Pandaria, this new land that was ready to be explored, and just taken and claimed for the Horde or the Alliance. You were drawing your sides, and it was just, it was a fight. It was an expansion that seemed like it was going to be based on the Horde and the Alliance just trying to claim this new, unexplored, admittedly beautiful land that we probably did more harm than good to. But that kind of shifted about halfway through. We started getting more into the Garrosh is a dick plotline. Garrosh was looking to uncover ancient artifacts for weapons of mass destruction, basically. We saw previews of this with the assault on Theramore, but he wasn't happy with just that. He wasn't happy with stealing an ancient magical artifact that dragons protected. No, he had to go and steal from stone people and other old gods and just a bunch of he was kind of a dick, kind of nuts about it too. But that was the shift. We went from Horde versus Alliance to half the Horde and the Alliance versus Garrosh's new Horde. So yeah, I mean, that shift, I liked that shift. I thought that was naturally done, and it was really fluid, and it just kind of worked. Then we got to Warlords, and it was starting off, Garrosh has gone back in time, he's gonna be a dick in time, someone needs to make a poster out of that Garrosh Hellscream dick in time. But, he went back in time, and he was gonna raise the Warlords to create this Iron Horde and invade Azeroth and claim it for himself, because for some reason, rather than unite all those clans and go to that Azeroth, he just decided that he wanted to come to our Azeroth. That was admittedly probably a terrible idea. Our Azeroth is way more advanced than his Azeroth, or that Azeroth would be. So he should have just taken that one over. Would have made more sense. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? What else? I'm totally blanking. Yeah, and then, no. Yeah, so he went there, and we were going to go back there, and we were going to fight this Iron Horde, and we were going to take them down. And then we kind of killed half the Iron Horde before we even got to max level, and it's like, oh, this is a thing now. And suddenly, here's Gul'dan, and he's like, oh, drink. And then Grommash is like, no, I don't want to drink, I'm not thirsty. Then Kilrog's like, I'm thirsty, I want to drink. So he drinks, and he gets all big and ugly, and now he's a raid boss. I mean, that's probably good, because he probably would have just been like some shitty world boss. if he hadn't drank. So that's kind of cool. But I mean, I'm not invested in the story. It seems kind of shoehorned, and it's like, what was the point of exploring this alternate universe if at the end of it all it didn't really make a difference because it still happened? But hey, whatever. So I'm not too happy with the story, but that leads into the story of Legion, which I've just been rambling about Warlords and Mists of Pandaria. What the hell? In Legion, Gul'dan has somehow come to our Azeroth, I guess, and he's on the Broken Isles, which, side note, Broken Isles, awesome. Not South Seas, but still awesome. He's on the Broken Isles, he's at the Tomb of Sargeras, and he's going to the Tomb of Sargeras, he's going to summon the Burning Legion. No, he's summoning Illidan. Because Illidan is in the Tomb of Sargeras. Okay. More bad guys that just aren't dead, huh? Alright, cool. Illidan's back. And that's something, I guess. I'm not a big Illidan fan. I mean, yeah, he was cool in his time, but a second Illidan expansion? I would have much rather seen some more with Lich King stuff. I'm not saying Arthas. Don't bring back Arthas. Let Arthas rest. But some more Northrend content would be cool, because Northrend is such a deep, lore-infused zone that there's so much you could explore there. But instead, we're getting Burning Crusade 3. And alright, cool. I mean, yeah. So, it seems alright. It seems like a good lot. I feel like this is probably going to be not the wrap-up, but it's going to be leading us in closer to the big Burning Legion finale. Which, I mean, either Sargeras is going to just curb stomp every single one of us, or we're going to win this epic war with this somehow. We're going to be the people that can beat this ancient, massive force that's been terrorizing worlds forever. And if I had to take a guess as to how we're gonna do it, I would say Thrall. But, I'm drinking because this is a very casual video. Here's a new thing, a new hero class. This is cool. I like this. I just like the concept of more hero classes because they feel like these awesome things that you've unlocked and earned, and it's going to be fun. It's a demon hunter too, which me personally not that invested into, but a lot of people are, so that's a good move by Blizzard. I'm glad they're finally putting something in the game. I'm definitely going to play Demon Hunter, and I'm definitely going to see what it's all about. But, because they look fun. They look like a really mobile class that is just going to be a blast to try to do PvP with. That's what I'm going to use mine for. It's going to be a PvP character for sure. They look like they're going to be a huge blast for PvP. So that's really all I've got about Demon Hunters. And now here's the topic of a lot of controversy that I've seen personally. And that is artifact weapons. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm going to start off with. I like the concept of artifact weapons. I like that we're the players and we're getting recognized as heroes finally. And they're like, okay, you guys have definitely earned the right to hold these legendary weapons. But they're not legendary weapons, they're artifact weapons, so whatever. But, yeah. And it's like, okay, really cool. I like this. Some confirmed ones we have, Ashbringer. Maw of the Damned, because I'm just looking at the ones on the site, and I don't really know what Maw of the Damned is. It's some demon axe that's going to get shoehorned in. The Staff of the First Guardian of Tirisfal. Epic. Completely epic. Ebon Chill. Sheilun's Staff of the Mist. It was used by Emperor Xiaohao, so that's pretty cool. And Thas Dora, Legacy of the Windrunners. Huh. I'm a big Sylvanas fan. That has mixed emotions for me. And also Doomhammer. Doomhammer's not on the site. You've got Doomhammer, you've got the Shards of Frostmourne Sword. Which, I mean, that just seems like a terrible idea from everything Blizzard said about Frostmourne so far. Because, I mean, Frostmourne was the reason that Arthas was corrupted, so Why would you trust using it? Personal opinion. But hey, whatever. So, yeah. As a role player, I'm not a big fan of the artifact weapon concept because paladins are already kind of like, yeah, we're paladins, the holy light, we are the heroes, yeah. And now they're going to be wielding Ashbringer, what is arguably one of the most recognized, respected, and beloved weapons in Azeroth. They're all going to have it. And I'd like to think that the roleplay community is going to be bigger than to say, I am the Ashbringer. I am the hero of Azeroth. Bow before me, burning legion. But they're not. They're not gonna be bigger than that. Every single one of them is gonna want to be like, I'm the wielder of Ashbringer. And then you're gonna have hundreds of guys, like, whipping their just, you know what's out and being like, I'm the Ashbringer. No, I'm the Ashbringer. No, I'm the Ashbringer. And it's just, oh my god, stop, please. But, yeah, so, from a role player standpoint, I don't like it. But as a fan, I love it. It seems cool. It's an awesome concept. And I'm really excited about the idea of my character being the one to hold this legendary weapon, but I know it's going to be cheapened by the fact that I'm going to see so many other people with that legendary weapon. Yeah, and and then the Broken Isles. Let me just say this. Broken Isles look absolutely beautiful. They are absolutely stunning in appearance. And I cannot wait to see them. I think they're going to be beautiful. They're going to be a marvelous zone. Blizzard's already got so much out that they're actually showing us in-game stuff that I have high hopes for this expansion. They've obviously been already working on this for a while. So, it's going to be good. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. The Broken Isles seems like it's going to be a really fun place to be. And we've got heroes. We've got heroes that we're familiar coming back to play a big part in this, and we've got some new guys, some new faces. Maiev Shadowsong. Haven't seen her since Burning Crusade. She hasn't really been doing stuff, but it makes sense for her to come back with Illidan being like, nah, you were prepared, but I'm back, and now you're not prepared. And Maiev's like, no, Illidan, we're still pretty prepared. They announced this stuff beforehand, so we're pretty excited. And it's like, yeah, not prepared. Side note, if Illidan, whenever we get to him, doesn't have a line in the raid where he's like, you are not prepared, or some snarky comment about them being prepared before, he needs both of those. He needs a throwback to you are not prepared, as well as acknowledgement of the fact that it turns out we actually were quite prepared last time. So that definitely needs to happen. That needs to be a thing. But next, Xavius. Xavius is a character that I'm not familiar with, but he does exist. So, and he has existed before. But I'm not familiar with him. I think he was in a book or a comic or something. But apparently he's been around before. So, that's cool. Xavius, a lot of people are going to be familiar with him. Anduin. Oh my god, Anduin. I don't have much to say about Anduin. All I want to say is, I hope Anduin's matured a lot since we last saw him. Because he's kind of trash right now, so... And I mean, his haircut, Blizzard, do something about that hair, please. It's terrible. Tide Mistress Athesa. Naga. Fucking Naga story. Azura story. Enough said. Excited. 10 out of 10. Jin Garaemain. I know a couple people that play Worgens that are really excited about this. I'm not too invested in the Gilneas stuff, so I'm personally not, like, super hyped about this, so... Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. I'm glad that they're giving Worgens something to do with, because Worgen just kind of were there, and then they weren't. Dargruul the Underking. yeah, no idea who he is. But he looks cool. He looks like he's your savage race. They've got to get in the savage races at every expansion. Khadgar. Cool as a cucumber. I love Khadgar. Khadgar was so fun in this last expansion. He was the highlight of Warlords, except for the really shitty legendary questline he was giving us. But he was cool. I was super stoked to have Khadgar. But who's... And let's see. Gul'dan. Gul'dan's gonna be a raid boss. He brought Illidan back, he brought the Burning Legion, and he's just gonna be a raid boss with his shaky little hand and his stick. That's all he's gonna do. Sylvanas Windrunner. Holy shit. Sylvanas is getting some story. I'm a Sylvanas fan. I'm for it. Give Sylvanas all the story you want, just don't kill her, and don't make her a raid boss. Come on, Blizzard, don't take that cop out. It's not worth it. Do something original. We've already seen the Fallen went so far to save their people and that they be damned their people and themselves. We've seen it with Arthas, we've seen it with Illidan, we've seen it with Garrosh. Gul'dan, he knew what he was doing, so I won't say him. But we've seen it 3 times already. 3 times. Probably more in smaller stories that you've thrown throughout the world. This is a very overused... I don't want to... It's a very overused plot device. Blizzard especially overuses this plot device. Don't do it with Sylvanas. Don't. Just give her some real story. Thank you. And we've already talked about Illidan, so no point going into him. Another thing, class halls. That's not on here, but I want to talk about it. Class halls. I like the concept of class halls. It's garrisons, but better, because you're going to be interacting with other people. It's smart. But that doesn't excuse the fact that I still want guild halls and player housing. Just do that for us, Blizzard. That's what we really want. So yeah, I think that's about everything. I've been talking for a while. This is going to be a fairly lengthy video, nearly 20 minutes, but I just wanted to say some stuff about what I've been thinking about this new expansion. Personally, I'm on the hype train right now. I'm throwing money at Blizzard. I'm excited. I'm lining up to hug Chris Metzen because this is looking great. Okay. Speaking of Chris Metzen, he gets a lot of flack, and I can see why. But I don't think people understand just how great Chris Metzen is, really. Because when I was watching the announcement stream for this, all I could think was, I miss Chris Metzen. He had such a good energy, and you can tell he's genuinely excited, whereas this other guy was, yeah, we're genuinely excited about this. It's like, if you have to tell me you're genuinely excited, you're not genuinely excited. I would be able to know if you were genuinely excited, and you're not genuinely excited, and I've been saying genuinely excited a lot. So, guys, that's it for me. This is Rusty Toast, your typical Blizzard fanboy who just does stuff on Blizzard and the occasional something else. Rambling for almost 20 minutes about the new expansion. I hope you enjoyed. If you had some thoughts about the expansion that you would like to share with me, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And thank you for joining me. It means a lot. I love you all. Have a good day. Remember to like, leave a comment, subscribe. Got any questions you'd like to ask for the next Rusty Talk? Ask them. I hope you enjoy what you see. Check out some other videos. Yeah, that's it. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.